Well, the very first thing that comes to mind when we think about Buffer content marketing review is the efficiency. So in today's conversation, I want to go granular on Buffer. I want to analyze their content marketing platform, their software. Is it still legit in this day and age? So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. So when we talk about Buffer, we want to talk originally about social media management. Okay, everything started from there. So when we talk about Buffer and content marketing review, we're speaking about Buffer from a standpoint of social media to start with. And it offers a simplicity, but does the thing here is that the simplicity really has a price. It's not really cheap, okay? And so here are the pros and cons. Pros, it's very easy to use. It's great for publishing and scheduling posts. You have a free account that is available. What about the cons? You have limited social listening capabilities, no support via phone or live chat, no matter the pricing plan you are on, and the price can add up if you need multiple subscriptions. So it's all, there's an element of cost here. There's an element that is tied to the numerical value of your team, okay? And so the thing here is that you have to understand that Buffer social media content means that you are able to publish to multiple channels using the Buffer Chrome extension or the Buffer software. It really depends on you. And so Buffer does actually offer other stuff, so you don't have just to use the tool for publishing on social media. You can publish on other places too. For example, you can use it to publish blogs, not a blog articles, not a problem. In some cases, you can actually create also landing pages. So who is Buffer really for? Now, Buffer will have the maximum positive impact in our view for small social media teams and small businesses, and anyone who's looking for an accessible, effective platform to create and post more successful social media content will find a lot to like here, okay? And everything you need to get started is actually contained within one screen. That's the dashboard, okay, the homepage. And this is kind of cool. So we love, in terms of a UX and UI, this is really good. And so, but the thing is, if you are a large business, you can use Buffer also, especially if you are, let's say you have if you are maintaining multiple social media pages and across multiple social media networks. Okay, we have clients who are available. We have clients who are available on 10 social media, and they have multiple accounts on those social media. Let me talk to you about the features, okay? One thing you need to understand here is that when we talk about Buffer, we're speaking about three products, okay? We have Publish, Reply, and Analyze. And this is kind of important for you to have a clear idea which product fits your specific industry, niche, or operational goals. And so when we talk about, let's first talk about Buffer Publish. So Buffer Publish is fantastic for planning and posting content. The layout is clean and navigable. This is really cool, with plenty of options for link shortening. And the process for posting new content is straightforward, but still contains some convenient extra features. For example, when you enter a link you would like to share, Buffer will show you a preview of how it will look when posted on each of your chosen social media. For Instagram, for example, you can include a first comment along with your post, should you wish to add more hashtags to extend the content's reach. And many businesses will find it's useful to manage this so swiftly within one screen. So when we talk about the Buffer content marketing review here, besides the Buffer Publish, we have to pay attention to Buffer Reply also. And Buffer Reply is one of the new products Buffer has added with a focus on helping businesses manage their social media conversations. So one of the key features here is the social inbox, which actually collates inbound messages from all your social networks into one feed. And so this will actually be a real time saver for many businesses, no doubt at all, okay? And Buffer Reply also contains reports for your company's response times to messages, which can be segmented to highlight performance for each social media team member. And then you have the Buffer Analyze. So Buffer actually, is a great tool for analytics. So while there are some rudimentary marketing analytics options contained within Buffer Publish, all of the platform's advanced analytics options are now within the Analyze product. Within Analyze, the main Buffer dashboard displays an aggregate of recent performance updates along with specific metrics for your latest post. Okay, and it's very easy to set up new templates, and you can click add to reports on any graph within Buffer to add it to one of your dashboards, so you have a clear idea how you're performing and where you're not performing. And so that simplicity, in our view, will appeal to all kinds of businesses, especially if they need to report on key metrics like reach, engagement rate, and followers. And the answers tab is also very insightful, providing tips on when to post content, what types of media assets you should use, and how often to post on each channel. Talking about acumen, really fantastic. Let's talk about the value added here. So with publishing only, can Buffer still cut it? I mean, because you may not need Buffer analyze. You may only need you may not need Buffer reply. You may just need Buffer publish, because we're speaking here about Buffer content marketing review, right? And it's really important to understand that even if you have publishing only, Buffer can still cut it. Yes, but it really depends on what kind of goals you have, right? What kind of resources you have too. If money is an issue for you, then yes, you can actually just ditch it. But if you don't have no budgetary problem, then you can just go with a 3, because again, you have the constellation of features and capabilities that are embedded into one. So it's important to understand that if you don't have analytics and monitoring, Buffer Publish will still hold against all-in-one solutions like Hootsuite and Sprout Social, but there's a big but, okay? And so let's talk about social inbox and engagement. So if you are looking for a social media tracker, Buffer Publish won't help you much. All you can do is in the main Buffer tool is get some basic information on your own social media post, such as what you sent and when you sent it. And this could be enough if you're a personal user. However, if you are a business user, then consider checking out Buffer Reply, which works with business Instagram accounts as well as Facebook and Twitter. And Buffer Reply also includes a social inbox, so you can reply to messages in one place. This is especially useful if you regularly need to respond to customer requests or otherwise engage with your audience. Okay. Plus, you can add your own tags to social conversations to keep track of the topics that matter most to you. Then you have social listening. So if you want to keep tabs on your brand online, you'll need Buffer Reply. Buffer Reply works best with Twitter, allowing you to monitor keywords and RSS feeds, as well as brand mentions. And there is no built-in monitoring for Facebook or Instagram. So this is kind of cool. In terms of publishing and scheduling posts, this is an important area to pay attention to. So Buffer Publish is one of the best social media management tools there is. As you will see, it's easy to use, and you can manage your social content calendar well in advance, especially with a pro, premium, or a business plan. So and you also have team features. You have external integrations, everything from Zapier and IFTTT. You also have freebies. So it's all about what's important for you and how you want to avail yourself of those important elements. Let's talk about user experience. So when we talk about ease of use, right? So if you were to go with Buffer, would you benefit from something extraordinary? Well, it really depends. The Buffer app, first of all, Buffer is really easy to use. There's a pleasant coherence, there's a pleasant synergy and simplicity to its interface, which is stripped of superfluous features to keep the users focused on the job at hand. The setup process walks the user through the important steps and can connect to social media accounts almost instantly. And the Buffer app actually continues this theme, and as it is fast, clear, and intuitive. Furthermore, the Buffer Chrome extension is one of the best on the market in our view, allowing users to post directly from web pages to their social media accounts. So overall, the Buffer user experience is almost effortless. It is an approachable social media management tool for novice users, so you can get set up and running quickly. And you also have the Buffer Marketing Library, which is also deserving of a mention here. This knowledge base contains detailed posts around everything you need to know in the world of social media strategy, and it's free to use. So this is kind of cool. So when we talk about Buffer content marketing, especially the review, besides the ease of use, we also have to pay attention to one of the best social scheduling interfaces, okay? And you are able to see exactly what's really happening. You see exactly how to plan your content scheduling. You can add social media accounts. You can create a posting schedule. At least you have a clear idea when you have to post your stuff. And you can use the publishing tools also. Avail yourself of all the tools that the Buffer has so that you have a clear, like you are really one step ahead of the game when it comes to compliance. What I want to say also is that when it comes to content marketing through Buffer, make sure that you are basically doing, I would say 70-30 or 80-20. So don't actually just have one post in one cluster, one topic cluster all the time. No, you want to vary a little bit. And then you can take the time to explore other topics. Those topics can be winners down the road. You never know. You never know. So this is why it's important to go granular here. Let's talk about support. So when we talk about Buffer content marketing review, you don't actually expect Buffer to do anything for you, because their support options are surprisingly limited, given its huge list of customers and heritage in the social media management software industry. So there is no phone support available, and training options are limited. Additionally, it's important to understand that the platform is simple to use, and there are numerous helpful tips available within each of its features. So moreover, the Buffer knowledge base covers just about every challenge you can think of with comprehensive resolutions. So support is available though through email, as well as Buffer's Facebook and Twitter channels. And so we have used the email and the Buffer Facebook account to make queries. So the response time was slightly faster over email. So this is kind of cool. But again, if you're looking for something fast, just make sure you give them a call after applying. Just remember to give Buffer a call. They'll help you out. You also have, in terms of their online support, they're a little slow based on our analysis. So if you are looking for help with Buffer, a good place to start is with its self-service knowledge base. So this gives you quick answers to common questions and the ability to search by product or mobile platform. Apart from that, Buffer support is available via Facebook, Twitter, and email. So those are elements you need to pay attention to. So, and you can actually reach out to the Buffer around about 9 a.m. Eastern. You can talk about Facebook. You can talk about Twitter. You can also talk about the problems you might have when it comes to email. So those are elements you want to pay attention to, so that you are clear of what kind of situation where you're finding yourself in. At the end of the day, again, just make sure you get the right regulations. You don't want to send emails to folks who are really considering this offensive. So you want to be sure you are picking the right support system. One thing I want to say here is that before you sign up, you want to actually call contact support and really ask them very specific questions. Okay, if you can't go to a branch because it's really far from you, or something is happening, you don't have a car right now, so just talk to the branch and say and present yourself. And so you want to tell the branch manager what kind of needs you have, so that you can really get some kind of a customized plans. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes it does work. So most of the time it really helps you, because you are as soon as you become a paying customer, you are able to get all the attention you deserve, and you're able to get all the recommendations you deserve also. Let's talk about the pricing here. So when we talk about Buffer content marketing, it's important to understand the three types of pricing that I just spoke to you about. And Buffer offers, in our view, the clearest pricing of any social media management tool. So the 14-day free trial requires no credit card details, and the homepage is littered with big blue buttons asking you to get started. And so there is a free account option, which is always welcome, and it allows connection to 3 social media accounts for individual users. This means what? It means that the free account is really a valuable option for managing multiple social network from one dashboard. It's also possible to schedule up to 5 bonuses. So the bottom line here is that when you really go with the remember what I told you, that so you have the pro account, you have the premium package, you have the business subscription. So you have to analyze what you really want. And within those packages, do you want to have the Buffer publish, the Buffer analyze, or the Buffer the Buffer, so I'm blanking on the third one. So you have to really, it has to work for you, right? It's not just about buffer reply, buffer analyze, and buffer publish, right? You want to make sure the price is right for you so that you can use the tool over a long run. So one thing I want to say here is that the beyond the affordable base, additional service are really costly. Okay, in terms of cancellations and refunds, let's say if you decide whether buffer is not for you, you can easily cancel your account from your dashboard. If you need to apply for a refund, you'll need to do that by email. It's pretty painless. The whole cancellation process only really takes about 2 to 5 minutes. It's one of those things you got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Okay, but again, you have to in some cases, if you want to have all those three products, the buffer, reply, and the analyze, like the reply and the analyze versions, just make sure that you have a clear idea of what the pros and cons are. It's because at the end of the day, if you get the wrong idea about the pros and cons, this will create problems. Let's talk about the differentiator. So the thing is that when you talk about differentiator in terms of buffer content marketing, you have a lot of things. You have a user-friendly way to manage social media. You are able to ask yourself whether you should buffer or not buffer. It's really an important element because when we speak about Better Publish, this is a social media scheduling tool. For Butter Reply, this is a social media monitoring and messaging tool. And Buffer Analyze is a social media analytics tool. So you have a clear idea of what they're doing. So you are able to change their strategy and really, so it's all about making sure that whatever you choose, your team can handle it. It can actually be explained very carefully to your team. And again, remember that I want you to think about the three clusters, right? So you want to think about reporting, you want to think about analytics, you want to think about customer service. So let's first talk about analytics. So analytics and reporting with Buffer, you have bare bones analytics. You are able to upgrade it to business analytics, and you also can report in some cases on external content. And the cool thing here is that you have a constellation of applications that can help you actually get a paid plan. You can track your social media data in your Google Analytics account. So this is kind of cool because you are able to know exactly which I would say which software or which player, which provider you should go for, because at the end of the day, you'll be watching movies with family members. Even if it's not a team, you want to make sure that you have the right content marketing software. This is really, really important. And one thing I want to say here is that at the end of the day, it's all about making sure you have the right software, but also the right content strategy. One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about Buffer in general, you need to understand that you are able to do a lot of things from the dashboard. You are able to, when we talk about reporting on external content, you can definitely do that. It's all about, are you comfortable with that? Are you able to do something that really works for you at the end of the day? In terms of the differentiator, remember that Buffer Publish remains one of the best social media scheduling tools around. It integrates with a ton of other marketing tools and makes social media sharing a breeze, okay? And if you're just starting out with social media marketing, then you cannot beat the free plan. And Buffer Pro is an affordable upgrade when you need to add more accounts and functionality. The only issue that you might think of as a business user is the need for social media monitoring and analytics. Since these features are now separate paid tools, it's very difficult to see Buffer as an all-in-one social media dashboard. But hey, listen, it is still possible. You just have to make sure that it works for you, that you don't have to think too much, that you are able to survive. That's all it is.